If you're new to my channel, thank you. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon is the first YouTube channel ever about Scorpios by a real Scorpio. But my channel is not just about Scorpios or astrology. It's about transformation, self-esteem, and evolution through the eyes of Scorpio. Before we get deep, remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Follow me on Instagram for more behind-the-scene conversations. Questions can be answered by sending $2 to PayPal. Then email your question and allow 1 to 2 days for a response. All of the details will be in the description of this video. I'm personally a Scorpio rising, and I can relate so much with the personality of a Scorpio. I like to cut into or through people's real personalities. I love the thought and idea of sex. I've been horny-minded and sexually curious since I was 4. I can have some really evil and violent thoughts that are really paranoid, investigative, and suspicious. I honestly have a lot of similar characteristics. I may not be a Scorpio to the soul, but it's definitely a big part of me. So you're wrong here. Sorry. I've been getting a lot of commentary like this since I made that video. What's the name of my videos? Why your rising sign means nothing to a Scorpio. That video, woof, that woke a lot of y'all up, and I'm glad that it did. This comment is not about being a Scorpio rising or wanting to be recognized, as a Scorpio or any of that. It's really about self-esteem. And so I want to break it down a little bit. And I'm really excited about this because I have a self-esteem series coming for you shortly. And so there's a couple of things going on here. The first thing I want to talk about is how people, including those who are in the astrology community, who've been studying astrology longer than I have, who use these adjectives to identify with what a Scorpio is. Listen to this. I love the idea of sex. I've been sexually curious and horny since I was 4. Actually, that's quite normal. If you research the psychology of sex, we're all sexual beings. Children are sexual beings. We wonder about our little private parts. When you're little, you're touching yourself, you're looking at other people. I mean, we're here to evolve and multiply, and we do that through sex. So that's really not an attribute just dedicated to Scorpios. Of course, we rule the 8th house of sex, but I've explained over and over again in my videos what we use sex for and why that's really important to us. So if you haven't seen my videos and you're new, I apologize, but take the time to actually explore my channel, and I explain everything. I break it down for you that other astrologers don't, because they're so fixated on making us sound like we're just running around having sex with a ton of people, which is not the case. In fact, let me piggyback off of that before I go further. Scorpio being the sign of extremes and being the most controlled sign, we're probably the only sign who could be abstinent, who could be completely abstinent or celibate for the longest period of time. So we can go either way because we have no gray area. We can be the one of sexual extremes, or we could be the one who completely will reject any of your sexual advances and not have sex for 20 years. There's tons of Scorpios like that. So I can have some really evil and violent thoughts. So already you're exposing how little you know about Scorpios. You're saying that we're evil, we're violent, we're horny, we're sexual. Just listen to yourself. If you knew anything about Scorpios, these are not the words that you would pull for. These aren't the adjectives that you would use to describe us. I'm suspicious. I'm not suspicious. I'm not paranoid. And so you really want to look at yourself when you think about how you relate to a Scorpio, and then you pull things like the words that are pulled in this commentary. You're paranoid and suspicious. Okay, you're paranoid and suspicious. You're not a Scorpio, though. And I'm wrong here. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. No, I'm not. None of my videos are wrong. No information that I give you is wrong. Period. The end. What's more important about this comment is not anything to do with Scorpios. It's self-esteem, and that's the problem. That's what bothers me the most about these types of comments, because you're wanting to be validated by the Scorpio community. You're wanting to be validated as a Scorpio. You're wanting someone else to recognize you as part of their group. Just think about that for a minute. Just think about that. And you're not just doing it on my channel. You're not just doing it under my videos. You're doing it in life. You want to fit in with friends. You want to fit in with coworkers. You want to be heard. You want people to accept you as something that you're not. You know? Why do you need to do that? Why do you feel like you need to be a part of the Scorpio community? Why can't you just appreciate Scorpios from your standpoint? Think about that as well. There's so many things that I could pull out of this short comment that a lot of you miss when you read things like this. And a lot of you, when you write things like this, you don't even understand from where it's coming from. So I just wanted to talk about that. And my self-esteem series is going to be amazing. And it's coming to you tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, okay, let's go exercise.
I like what Zig Ziglar says. He said, fear is false evidence appearing real. That is an illusion that we create in our mind. It is a state of mind that can be changed. So let's look at how we can begin to take some steps to restructure that fear, to begin to expand our visions of ourselves, to begin to increase our self-esteem. Webster said that self-esteem means confidence and satisfaction in oneself. Look at your life right now. Whatever you've done up to this point in time, your life is working. Whatever you have produced, it came out of you as a result of the kind of person that you have become. It's a result of your choices. It's a result of your consciousness. Now you have to ask yourself, are you satisfied with what you have produced? Is this what you want? Would you like for things to be better than this? Do you believe that you deserve better than this? Or are you content? This is it. You don't have to do anything else. That you already resign yourself in life and say, well, I'm happy. I'm not starving like the people in Calcutta. Are you allowing yourself to get off the hook like that? Or do you believe somewhere in the back of your mind or in your heart that there's some other great work for you to do? There's something else.
All right, I'm going outside to finish up. It is 10 degrees here in NYC. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I didn't do arms today because yesterday I did arms with weights, and I don't do weights every day. It's no good. Anyway, I'll see you in my self-esteem series. Bye.
Learn to be your own booster. Start building yourself up. Start encouraging yourself. Start saying, I can do this. I can make this happen.